Hello folks, it's Kelton here bringing you another nerdy video. We are... Oh, controllers turned off. Alright, we are about to tackle...
Still looking for that
mission.
Salarian? Or did you just come to waste my time?
And we have someone joining the private stream, folks. Just as a friendly reminder, sometimes when I'm recording, I actually do a small private stream for other people. You will not be able to hear them as they talk and whatnot, but yeah, they are here. If you hear me answering any questions, it is most likely because a question is being whispered into my ear by my headphones. So, we are on our way to... you had a question? Yes, go say. Oh, okay. What was I saying? Oh, yes, what I was saying was... we are on our way to save Morland's protege from the mercenary group, the Blood Pack. Okay, let's see. He has a shotgun, he has his SMG, and I have the heavy assault rifle. Also, just occurred to me, folks, that I did up my biotic damage, but I think I still need to research it. So I might have jumped into this a little too soon. Just let's remind myself of my powers. RB is heavy warm. LB is barrier. And I'm remembering now my barrier is quite powerful and lasts a while.
Deploy incineration tank.
Let me just one-shot that guy there with the heavy. Now, even though I am currently not glowing like I have barrier, I assure you it is actually active. If we go to... yeah, see, as you can see there, my barrier is currently sitting at 650. So it is a... and it lasts quite a while.
Just the thing to help.
Okay, so it doesn't actually tell me, it tells me my max barrier. And actually, I want to check the timing on that, folks. Give me 1 second. It lasts 1 minute. Okay.
One down.
So I am going to have to read.
Too late! Now you're dead!
So, you know, I'm going to just re-up it just to be safe. So there we go, because it has a 12-second cooldown, like there is no real harm in it, and because it lasts a minute, there is actually no real harm.
Impressive shot.
So like I could re-up it like right now, as you can see there. And it should... my power should be off cooldown by the time. See, we just engaged another. There we go. Yep. So the barrier did last. And again, like I was in plain view, and those three guys did shoot at me. but they did manage to get through my barrier, which is pretty epic. So I'll re-up it once we get to opening that door. Just looking around. There we go, we just collected a combustion manifold, which we have a side quest for. Barrier.
Repurposed Krogan Hospital. Sturdy, built to withstand punishment. That body, human. Need to take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject, victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was?
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects, genetically diverse, enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting, unethical, sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, cloned tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level, concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
What can you tell about their experiments from looking at the body?
Position of tumors suggests deliberate mutation of adrenal, pineal glands, modifying hormone levels, counterattack on glands hit by genophage. Clever.
Do you think they're close to curing the genophage?
Can't say. Need more data. Conceptually sound, though. Genophage alters hormone levels, could repair damage with hormonal counterattack.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human probability curve offers greater overall variety.
So I do like that as a
Come on,
it's
we still
very
need to find Malin.
interesting that humans
Agreed.
in Mass Effect are, again, supposedly massively genetically diverse, because all Asari, like, yeah, superficially, there are countless Asari variations in terms of skin tone and whatnot, and the fact that they take DNA only from the father instead of the mother. So, like, the Asari Krogan inherits, some attributes of a Krogan, but not a lot. But then, but again, like Morton says, you talk to any Solarian, they are going to be of high intelligence, but you're not going to see like a physically strong Solarian. Krogans have some, like, they're strong and whatnot, but like there seems to not be much variation in terms, like, it's only outliners that seem to be like quote unquote intelligent in the sense of a scientist. And then the same goes for Turians. Like, you see that Turians, there is some variation, but not a lot. Like, we hardly ever get to see any Turian biotics. So it seems that, like, humans are unique in the Mass Effect universe by being very diverse. You see a human and you don't know who you're going to fight. Are they like a commando? Are they going to be a brute? Are they going to be a bruiser? Or are they going to be, a biotic? Or are they, just a civilian with extremely high intelligence? I find that very fascinating, that how special humans seem to be in the Mass Effect universe. Right, let's re-up my BI barrier. You never know when we're going to get into a fight.
I am the speaker for Clan Werlock, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Werlock Gold, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
If I flee, I might trip over the dozen Krogan I killed to get here. I think I'll take my chances.
You killed our youngest and weakest human. They were not worthy of remaining near our glorious work. Inside, you will find only hardened, blood-packed veterans, tempered by savagery and war, and dedicated to one goal. The Solarian will cure the Genophage, and Clan Werlock will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood.
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
If you care about the future of Clan Werlock, you'll hand over Malin. Now.
When we cure the Genophage, Werlock Gold will rule all Krogan. The Krogan Rebellion...
You talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target.
I love that you're That's the fuck up. He knows what's going to happen.
Get ready to fight.
To die!
I absolutely can't fight that. Brilliant. Like, there's no like special animation, it just activates. So I can, move and shoot. There's no delay in the action. Oh god. That was just too funny.
Labs likely through there. Can smell antiseptic, hint of dead flesh.
Just get us there.
Barrier.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors, avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing, had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000, perfect target, optimal growth, like gardening.
Now, see, again...
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
Pretty it up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
What was it like working on the Genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage, right choice. Still, hard to sleep some nights.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Mordin? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians, not me.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes. Refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced genophage, us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that?
Yes, United Krogan saved Galaxy, destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment, simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
We're not gonna find Malin staring at consoles.
I'm actually going to talk about the whole genophage stuff after this quest.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile, werelock female, willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
You didn't think the Krogan would sit back and let the genophage continue, did you?
Suppose not. Still unpleasant to see. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
You realize we gunned down a few Krogan on our way in, right?
Different cases. Self-defense, combat instinctual, justified, medical experimentation not the same. Krogan research is ruthless. Risking own clan's women for new data. Disgusting. Short-sighted. Wrong.
Infecting the entire species with a sterility plague isn't much better in my book.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save Galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from Galaxy.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes, millions of data points, years of arguments, countless scenarios, all noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous, no unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war, Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better, saved lives.
You could have cured the genophage instead, brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment, take chance to fight, flee. Would have caused chaos on Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy, bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion, only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives, war would have ended.
Look at the dead woman, Mordin. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
This looks interesting.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm a nerd, not scout. Werlock guards got me. Brought me here.
You don't look so good. Are you injured?
They gave me things. Injections, mostly. Sometimes gas. Made me sick. Fever. Aches. Can't keep food down. They're fixing the genophage. I'm making a sacrifice. For all Krogan.
You're safe now. Just get back to your camp. I'll deal with the Werlock.
You can't do that. You can't stop them. Don't you understand? They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I mattered.
You've got a bruised ego. You got caught and beaten, so you tell yourself it was for something important.
That's not true. I need to stay. They're gonna cure us all.
You're not a real Krogan. When a real Krogan gets knocked down, he gets back up.
I did. I got back up every time they hit me. So many times.
You're lying there right now like a Vorcha grubbing in the mud. You gonna just lie there, Vorcha?
Screw you, human. Nobody says that to me. Nobody keeps me down.
Damn right they don't. Now get back to Clan Urdnot and report in. Go. Go!
Nicely done. Fortunately, subject is unlikely to be contagious.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Or a well-placed shot. Explosive useful. Burn through Krogan. Neutralized. Worked out. Moving to help.
On the ground, now!
Closing in. Killed that one. Making contact.
Enemy charging! My kin charging! Watch it!
Killed that one down. Not difficult. Burn through any armor. Hostiles charging. Headed for combat. Enjoy.
I'll put them down!
standing downwind.
This might be useful.
Malin, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Morton, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That'll be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse. And I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Weyrloc. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Weyrloc's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Morton. How are you doing?
Disappointed. Thought Malin better than that. Never suspected he'd go so far. Knew he was young, impressionable. Should have talked to him after. Gotten him through guilt.
It's easy to miss someone else's needs when you're in the middle of your own soul searching.
Went to Omega. Tried to get away. Should have stayed. Right, wrong, irrelevant. Malin dead, problem solved. Malin's research, only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure, security. Still valuable, though.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan, effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure, but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chunka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna end the mission. Then we are going to speak to because, yeah, I want to discuss the whole genophage thing. So, obviously...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Oh, it's that guy, okay. Research terminal, prototypes. Krogan Vitality, which only affects one squad member, but okay. And then we get our nuke weapon. And that is it.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me. Betrayed my work. Disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Always thought he lacked backbone. Shame I had to kill him. Might have made a good member of the team. Willing to get his hands dirty.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on... Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back onto Chunka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do. Talk later? Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got
Perhaps
anything-
later. Trying to anything else?
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware
Cerberus
of?
personnel in excellent... Always some matters, but nothing affecting. We'll be here if you need me.
Okay, so that's about it. Okay, so I guess there's no else to talk about.
Grunt seems very agitated.
So
You may
I want to talk about the
check in on him.
genophage. The genophage. Okay, I consider the genophage was the right call. At the time, it was the right call. Now, the one thing, okay, because like the Krogans needed to be halted due to their long lifespans and the fact. Like, due to their long lifespans and like their desire for combat, because again they were at a very primitive stage. They only just got into nuclear power and they greatly abused it, and so like the whole galaxy was opened up to them. And so, of course, that once the Arachnic War was over, they were going to, expand. Because, again, they nuked their planet into fucking oblivion. That being said, after settling on certain planets, like if, like, yeah, I cannot recall what was the exact source of the. Maybe let's go into the codex. Let's see. Humanity and Ancestral Lands, Galactic.
The Sith.
No, that's not what we're looking for. Council races. No. And non-council races. We have. We do have the Krogan.
The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was...
Okay, so we don't know the exact cause. All we know is that the Krogan started settling on planets that were already settled. But we don't know if the Krogan were being like aggressive about it. We don't know if they were forcing other species off of their planets or forcing other species to work for them or whatever. We don't know any of that. We just know that they, like right there in the Codex entry, that they were settling on planets that were already settled. But why couldn't there be mixed, like 2 races or 3 races on a single planet? Why was that a big issue? We don't know. We just know that the council did not like it, and they tried to they tried to tell the Krogan, like, hey, back off. It seems like there was no real push for the Krogan to settle on like other planets or to expand, for them to expand into the Terminus system. But again, we don't know, again, the exact cause. However, what we do know is that the Genophage was released, which, again, I agree with. If the Krogan were being overly aggressive and whatnot, then yeah, no, you needed a shock and awe situation to get them to stop fighting. Now, this is where I diverge from what the Turians and Solarians do. Now again, as you folks know, I'm not afraid of being renegade and whatnot. But in the face of what the Krogan, like, because all their calculations in terms of the Genophage, the Solarians expected the Krogans, their whole personality and culture to shift. It did not. There was no Solarians, Asari, or Turians didn't even try to talk to the Krogan to try and possibly make them help them adjust to their new birth rate, or to help them elevate culturally. For the most part, once to our knowledge, again, like I'm going entirely based on information that is in the game. Basically, to our knowledge, once the Genophage was released, the council species and the entire council just fucked off. They left the Krogan alone, and they did not try and help the Krogan evolve culturally. And as such, they kept the Krogan as a warrior species. The Krogan weren't given other opportunities. They were elevated for their martial prowess and the fact that they were so high in number, but then they were punished for for their ability to expand in terms of population. But then they were not shown like, hey, now that you're an interplanetary species or interstellar species, here's how you should adjust your culture or whatnot to interact with other species. They weren't given they weren't given any type of situation like that. It was immediate, to our knowledge, it was like immediate war, and then Genophage, and then sayonara. And then when the Krogan started adapting, instead of once again trying to reach out, trying to talk to the Krogan, trying to help them evolve culturally and whatnot, instead the Solarians decided to send in a shadow team to modify the genophage. Again, all their calculations did not take in culture into account. The fact that the Krogan were leaving the planet, the fact that this warrior species wanted to fight and whatnot, like, because it's all they knew. Now again, they are now entering a cultural evolution. Now they are, because of an outlier like Rex. You know, like, and that's the crazy thing, folks. Like, you need an it's like what Mordrin said. There are outliners in the species, and Rex is one of those outliners. You know, he's not a typical Krogan. He is attempting to, create cultural change in the Krogan, but he is trying to maintain some traditions. You know, but still, it's a very slow process. And if it wasn't for him and his alternate, because again, there is an alternate Krogan in charge if you killed Rex in Mass Effect 1. Like, the Krogan would be nothing but a warrior species. Sorry, just take a sip there. So, yeah, no. The genophage needs to be cured. And it's just crazy. Again, it's just absolutely fucking crazy that, like, the Krogan could have been helped. The genophage should have been a temporary. Again, folks, this is just my opinion. The genophage should have been a temporary shock and awe type of answer. Shock and awe, make the Krogan realize, okay, shit, we done fucked up. The other species, it's either this or, we be killed. But no, it wasn't treated as such. It was seemingly intended to be like more of a, this is going to be a permanent thing, and which then resulted in Krogan not even. It got to the point where Krogan were being like, what's the point?
So the Collectors were once Protheans, repurposed by the Reapers.
And they then just were like, what's the point? Let's just leave. Let's go off and fight. Let's be mercenaries. That's what it resulted in. Krogan becoming desperate and, I don't know the right term, pessimistic, maybe, in their viewpoint of the galaxy. Feeling like there was no point to it. So they might as well do what they've always done. Which is absolutely wrong, obviously. And it's incredible that you have to wait for those outliners for the Krogan to actually start getting some kind of progress. So, yeah.
Kenneth, what has the new shielding done to your power grid balance?
Not much. With built-in capacitor subsystems, they have a proprietary...
It's just incredibly unfortunate. But yeah, no, I do enjoy the fact that you can sort of shove Mordrin's face into it and be like, look how desperate. You call these experiments unnecessary waste, but again, you pushed them to this. You need to deal with it.
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is
Wait, hold on,
wrong,
need to
Shepard.
start the video.